Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of the feedback you provide that we don't care about, keeps us on an even playing field, and we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor. That was fast because we don't have one. Feel bad and give us money. Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today we're going to be talking about a group and a band that we have talked about here. We've talked about them there. We've talked about them whenever we felt like it. But guess what? We're talking about them again because we get to do whatever we want. Because you haven't paid us to do whatever you want us to do that you want us to do. And believe you me, for money we will probably do it. But of course, without further ado, we are talking about the one and only Passafire. That's right, so Passafire, like we said, we've talked about these dudes here and there over the years, man. But, you know, this is a band that we, like to maybe check in on periodically, all right? And that's what we did. Lo and behold, they got a release that came out when we weren't paying attention, which for us is fantastic because it's new tunes we get to hear and rock out to. Unless we already rocked out to this one and actually did a review before, but we're too lazy to go back and look. Who cares? Just pretend that one doesn't exist, or if we reviewed it twice, this is an updated one. But today we're talking about Passafire, Remember a Time. So, Passafire, Remember a Time, what can be said about this one? Well, like we said, man, these dudes, man, we jump on their discography periodically, and are we ever so stoked when we realize a release passed us by under the radar, unbeknownst to ourselves, and we didn't get to listen to it? And lo and behold, a year out, man, that is exactly what happened. Guess it's been a minute since we stalked these dudes, but holy moly ravioli. Oh. Mission accomplished now. And Remember a Time is just a perfect release for everything that we wanted in our ear holes. So lo and behold, it's been out for at least a year or so. I don't know, maybe shorter, maybe longer. It doesn't matter, okay? You do your own research, you're gonna do it anyway. All right, the point is that the punchy, mellow goodness that this album has, it hits us right in the grooves when we needed to have our grooves hit the most. That's what this brings to the table, or in this case, your earpiece holes, man. Passafire has a knack for finding the little groovy sounds and the selection of lyrics, and just the melding and blending of musical stylings, man. That probably just seemed like it would look cooler than it did. The blending and melding of the stylings is just inherently in the album. You can go through songs and you can pull stuff with like a little minor influence of some kind of hip-hop to it. Not hip-hop, but a little pull of it, okay? You can go to another track and find some influence of some nice old-fashioned punk rock and roll, all right? They draw into these categories and bring it and blend it and implement it into Passafire's overall sound. And that's what makes it such an amazing listen to kind of go through and, kind of have your way with your ear holes. Is it going to be for everyone? No. All of you die-hard death metal and gangster rap fans, hi Mom, probably are going to want to skip this one over, okay? Because it's more mellow, more laid back. All right? It's not going to have you rolling through the hood with a 12 gauge pumped while you're rolling through looking for trouble, okay? That's not what this is about. This is about putting that 12 gauge down and rolling through, listening to some good music and wholesome, good-hearted music, and waving to your neighbors and saying, hello, let's listen to some great tunes. They say, get the fuck off my lawn. Whatever, it doesn't matter how the end result goes out, as long as you are sticking to your guns of putting the guns down and just listening to Passafire for a minute. Then you can pick them up after, and you don't want to be unarmed in this society. Fuck. The point is that Passafire has an album out. You should go listen to it. Or not. We don't really care. We just want your money. But no one told us they had a new album out a year ago. And if they did, we completely forgot. But we've listened to it now. And it's terrific. You know what else is terrific? Moving out of our mom's basement. There's only one way to do that. With your money. Oh. Passafire, remember a time. What can be said about this one? Well, gets a good old-fashioned P for pass on this one not. Because the fire's there. It'll light your soul and your ear holes. Then you have to put it out with their music, which is great. I don't know. None of that makes sense. Doesn't have to. That's it. Have a good one, you probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.